Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman here with the Strat-O-Matic Network. I've got a game this morning. Then I have to do three tasks actually, in the afternoon. Personal tasks that are a real pain in the ass. But I'm gonna have to do them. So we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try to do this game at a slightly better pace. I'm gonna set up the lineups. I haven't set up the lineups on the cards yet, which I hope you understand. Hope you understand. It's the Minnesota Twins at the KC Royals. September 23 in our 1969 replay, second of a three-game series. Twins took the first 6-5. I have to go pick up some medicine, pick up some stamps, and then I have to reach out to somebody for some advice on something. And well, it's not so bad, is it? But I'm going to play this game first. Maybe Boswell. I forgot to put in the wins and losses. Dave Boswell pitching for the Twins. I believe he won 20 in real world. He's won 23, my goodness. He's one behind Cuellar. Wow. Wow. And Headland for Kansas City, who has won one game. Hasn't been used much. He won 3 in real world. Let's get this. Here. Get Kansas City now. Headland is a 2 WR. Oh, Boswell. 2. Throw in these fielding ratings. I'll go over the lineups while I do it. Ted Uhlaender leading off. This is for Minnesota, in center field. Batting second, Rod Carew at second base, I'm sorry. Batting third, Tony Oliva in right. Batting fourth is Harmon Killebrew, he's at third base. Batting fifth, Rich Reese at first. Batting sixth, Greg Nettles in left field. Batting seventh, Johnny Roseboro, the catcher. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Rick Rennick. Boy, he's got an E88. And the pitcher, Dave Boswell, with 23 whopping wins. We are in Kansas City. It's Municipal Stadium. The attendance is 8,293. In real world. The Twins won this one 6-2 in real world. Hall and Perinoski came in. We'll see if they're available. Perinoski got the save. Boswell got the win. It was only his 19th. He's already won 23. Twins are about 10, 11 games at least, more, over there. I think they won 97 games. They've won in real world. They have won 108 and lost 45. Their record is a game or two better than Baltimore. Zachary pitched for Kansas City. For the Royals, in relief. For the Royals, it's Louis Alcaraz at second, leading off. Mike Fiore at first. Ed Kirkpatrick in center. Where is his center field? There it is. Lou Piniella in left. Joe Foy at third. Bob Oliver in right. Buck Martinez, the catcher. Paul Scholl at short. And it's good morning to Kathy Harden. And so glad to see you, Kathy. And Mike Hedlund, the pitcher, with 1 win on the season. So nice to see you. So nice to see you. Dave Boswell has 0 holds, and with Roseboro, he's a -1 quotient. Hedlund has a 0 hold. And with Martinez, he's a +1. These are two right-handers. The Kansas City is in last place, and I have them as, just to be sure, 1, 2, 3, a game and a half behind Seattle. There's still a chance for KC to come back and overtake Seattle, who is in 5th place by 1 1/2 games. And here we are in Municipal. I'm going to get a little fresh air just for a couple minutes since I set this up already. I want to thank you all for being here. Like I said, I have this game, then I have 3 tasks to do today. One is to buy stamps, the other one is to pick up my prescription, and the other one is to contact one of my helpers, one of my people with questions that need to be answered, and answered quickly. I don't want to put it off. On important things, I really don't like to procrastinate. And I've got these 2 questions for him. I will be back in just about 2 or 3 minutes, folks. This is the Strat-O-Matic network. Just want to make sure, because the pharmacy, before I take my break, they actually go to lunch. I guess that's a healthy thing. They're closed for about an hour or so, and I don't want to by any means get there when they're in their break. I have 2 orders ready. And here it is. Whoops. 130 to 2. 130 to 2. Okay, we'll make sure that we don't get there. That's not bad. $130 to 2 would be the time. I will be right back to start this ball game. I did not take, I'm back, I did not take, by the way, a Klonopin this morning. You can take it in the morning and at about 5 o'clock. Woke up with a very mild, rotten anxiety feeling in my stomach. It diminished, actually less than I have in a long time. But at the same time, woke up in a negative mood. And of course, that Klonopin is there, that first one, if needed. We're gonna go ahead. My tasks are, I'm going to have to send I'm gonna send a text. It's probably the best way, to the person with 2 questions. And I'll do that. I could do that anytime between 1 and 1:30, and then I'll be off to get stamps and then to the pharmacy if it's not too hot. Otherwise, I'll have to take an Uber. It's only about a I don't know, 3/4 of a mile. But I tell you, in that heat and in my condition, and with my hydration issue, I think I would need to take a bottle of water, a small bottle, and that's about the long and short of my glamorous life, because I don't want to procrastinate. Self-responsibilities. And the Kansas City Royals take the field. Mike Hedlund on the mound in a relatively meaningless ball game. And leading it off is Ted Eulander. For the Twins. Okay, Hedlund is ready. And here's the pitch to Eulander. That's 3-2 right-handed, lines it to second right at Alcaraz. And that's one away. Here comes Rod Carew. Hedlund gets the sign from Martinez. And the pitch to Carew. That's 4-3 left-handed. That's a grounder X to first. Our first X of the game. 4-3 left-handed. Whoops, excuse me. And that's for Miyamori, 319. Oh shit. I just noticed this chair up here. Lord. Gotta fix that. Miyamori, 319 at first base. That's gonna be a 10-3, a G2, he gets to it. And Mike Miyamori is an E19. That's 6-8-9. And he takes it to the bag. He is a E19. And on the 9, he gets it and takes it to the bag. 2 away. It's funny how the tears here sort of just, you see this little tear starting. Oh, we have a first question. Love it, Bill ICYMI. First question. And let me get my music set. So glad that you're here, Bill. I've got to be prepared. We do trivia, folks, amidst our games. What was I gonna do? 2 outs, oh yeah. There. So there's another one here. God, I'll get to that later. Jesus. We have 2 outs now, nobody on. Tony Oliva comes up. Oliva, left-handed hitter. Killebrew on deck. Here's Hedlund and the pitch to Oliva. That's 212. Oh, he hit him. Hit him in the back. He says he's okay. Don't want any injuries here at the end. The Twins have won 5 in a row. That's terrific for the Twins as they head into the last week of the season, give or take. They have 9 games left. About a week and a half, give or take. So Oliva is on. 1-15, 1-16. Without a lead, he'll be held. Then he'd be 1-14 with a lead. He will not go for it. Here's Killebrew. Ruiz on deck. And the pitch from Hedlund. 6-11 right-handed. There's a fly to right, clean. Oliver is under it. And he makes the catch. No runs. No hits to hit by pitch. And he was left on base. That was a 6-11 right-handed. And we've gone 1/2. It's Minnesota 0. Casey coming to bat. Now I would like to ask you to give your attention to Mr. Bill ICYMI for the mid-first question he has. Wait for it now. He's good with the timing. Here it is. The 1985 song, We Are the World, USA for Africa, featured 2 non-Americans in the singing group. One was Bob Geldof. Name the other non-American. Hint, he's Canadian, of course. Of course. I didn't know they were all Americans. I'm going to take a wild guess. A wild guess. It's not Neil Young. Again, folks, the 1985 song We Are the World, USA for Africa. Kathy Harden says Michael Jackson. I don't think he was Canadian. Known as an actor. Who was the other non-American? More known as an actor. Oh, God. I'm stumped on this one, Bill ICYMI. Really stumped. Oops, say no problem. Did have a #1 album though. Oh. SNL hint. There's a guy I'm thinking of and I can't remember his name. That's the problem. No, he was British. An SNL hint. Let's have it. Oh. #1 album. Belushi's Butt. I was gonna say it's one of them, yeah. Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd? Was he really? I didn't spell it right. Was it Dan Aykroyd? Didn't know that. I didn't know he was Canadian. Yeah, the Blues Brothers was a #1. Aykroyd. He's from Ottawa. So we'll put that in. There's a Y there. Dan Aykroyd, and we thank Bill ICYMI for that awesome question. Awesome question. Oh, he lives 10 minutes from your house. Do you ever get to run into him? I guess 10 minutes is a long ways. Here's Dave Boswell. He has won 23. Oh, yeah? Isn't that cool? I always liked him. Dave Boswell, one game behind Mike Cuellar, who has 24 to lead the National League. Juan Marichal. He's a regular guy. Yeah, I like that. Marichal has 25 wins, and he's been stuck there for, oh, God, a while. It's going to be Louis Alcatraz leading it off. And people don't bother him. He's able to go to the bar and hang out, and people don't bother him. Here's Boswell now, facing Alcaraz to lead it off for Kansas City. And the pitch 5-3 right-handed. That's a grounder to first X. Our second X today. That's going to be for Reese at 212. Oh, Demo's just in time for Alcatraz. I was thinking of you I did that. That's Therese, 212. Up 2-2. It's going to go through S1 base hit. 6-12-14. That's going to be a single for Alcatraz. So Alcatraz leads it off with a single. He's not much of a base stealer. Only had 79 at bats, hit 253. And here's Miyamori, Mike Miyamori. A deep bunter. And Demos is here. Okay, here's Boswell now. The pitch to Miyamori. That's 4-5 left-handed, struck him out. And that's one away for Eddie Kirkpatrick, a left-handed hitter. Really? That's nice. Bill. Is Dad still alive? Or was that a while ago? It's one out, Alcatraz on first, and Kirkpatrick at the plate. Here's Boswell. And that's a 5-8 left-handed. That's a shot into the gap, and that's rolling to the wall. Extra bases, Alcaraz coming around to score, and Kirkpatrick in with a triple off Boswell. And that was off Boswell's card. It's a 5-8 left-handed. Triple 1-8. It was an 8 on that devil die. Oh, he died about 15 years ago. 8 on the devil die. The game of the week tomorrow is being pushed to 2 p.m. Okay, that's good to know. Very good to know in terms of how I type my game. It's one out, Kirkpatrick on third for Lou Piniella. I have things to do today, Demos. I have 3 tasks. A mid-second question again from Bill ICYMI. Keep them coming. Here's Boswell. Six, 7 right-handed. It's a grounder to second X. That's for Carew, 326. .326, 17-3. It's a G1. E26 at second. Oh, 6-12-18. That doesn't. Oh, he gets it. It's going to be a G1. That was a G1 with a runner on third. Who will come home? Should have had him. either way, if the infield was in, it looks like the runner. Oh, runners advance only if forced. Okay. So the run will come in. It's 2-0 now. I'm not an infield in type of guy. I should do so more most probably, but it's 2 outs now. And here's Joe Foy. Piniella gets a run batted in on that. Royals out to a 2-0 lead here, bottom of the first. The pitch to Foy. 5'10" right-handed, that's a slash. In Kansas City. Right-handed, and that's going to go through, I believe. It is. 1-12. It was a 6. It's a single. Pass shortstop. Rennick. And Foy is on, and the Royals have come out hitting. Foy 1-17. 1-16. Will be held. One to 14 with a lead. He will not go for the lead. And here's Bob Oliver. Here's Boswell now. And the pitch to Oliver. 5-7, right-handed, struck him out. And that's the second strikeout for Boswell, but he allowed 2 runs here in the first on the single by Alcaraz, and then a huge triple by Kirkpatrick, knocked home by Piniella with a ground ball. We've gone 2, it's 2-0 Kansas City. Top of the second, Headland. We'll face Reese, Nettles, and Roseboro. We have a question middle of the second, everybody. A Bill ICYMI question. Oh, here's Rich Reese now. Headland is a right-hander. I think it would probably be better that I do my third task when I get back, not beforehand. Here's the pitch to Reese. That's 6'4", left-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That's our 4th X today. And that will be for Paul Scholl, 448. Up 448, 5-4. That's going to go through for a base hit, S1. And watch out for that 48 there. That's a chunky number. 2, 3, 4. And no, it's just going to be a base hit for Reese to lead it off. Yeah, so we'll pick up stamps, we'll pick up medicine, and then we'll come back, and then I'll craft an email and also make it a text to him with my 2 questions. I believe it's just 2 questions right now. Well, market is up. Just a bit. I believe. That's good. That's more like it. Okay. Reese is on, not being held. And here's Greg Nettles, left-handed hitter, playing left field. He's a D bunter. Headland from the stretch. And the pitch to Nettles. That's going to be 2-6 right-handed. Grounds it to first, double play. Miyamori steps on the bag and then throws it to second. Beautifully done by Mike Miyamori. That was a 2-6 right-handed. Hit sharply right at him to the bag and then over to second. And Johnny Roseborough is the batter. We got a question coming up, folks. Almost a gallon a day. It's a lot of water. Here's Roseborough now. I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, of course, it's a matter of opinion. I haven't looked at him too often. I would say he is hardly he's not a bad looking guy, but I'm not sure where I would go with Pretty Boy. A lot of that Pretty Boy stuff on Wesley Parker has to do with Hollywood and his, you know, his blonde hair, his big smile. Okay, here's Roseborough with 2 outs, nobody on. Headland. And the pitch to Roseborough. 6-11. Left-handed, struck him out. So Headland pitches another scoreless inning. Good ERA. 3.24, had 16 starts. We've gone 1.5. It's 2-0 Kansas City, and now I all want you to get ready here for question number 2 from Bill ICYMI. Wait for it now. Here it is. One singer-songwriter asked to be part of the singing group for We Are the World, but was rejected for not being rock enough. Anybody know who? Huh. Oh, Lord. Not being rock enough. God, I think that's unfair. He's on a We Are the World theme today. And I have no idea who that would be. I could take a guess. It's just a guess. Looking for some middle of the road, easy listening kind of guy. He died soon after the song was put out. Whoa. Lord. No, in a plane crash. Jesus. My God. Baseball Demo says John Denver. It's a good guess, but you know, Demo's got it. That's a lousy, decision to not include him. I should have picked up on that. I mean, John Denver, I don't know how you'd classify him, folk, but he's not middle of the road kind of guy. He's not like Engelbert Humperdinck, or Tom Jones. And I would be surprised that they would reject John Denver. We get one here for demos, and a great question. No, it's a great question. There are no lousy questions when it comes to our trivia here. So it's going to be Denver, Aykroyd and Denver. And what a shame that he died in that plane accident. I thought it's an excellent question, but I'm quite surprised that he was not allowed to be. That is picky. That really is, and he was such a great artist, really picky. We're heading to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Kansas City. Boswell allowing 2 runs in the first. We're going to finish this inning, and then I will take a break. Oh, you're getting a pedicure. Well, isn't that something? Is that your toes? Yeah, I guess there's some health aspect to that. That's a pretty good idea. Toes and feet. Yeah, that's like a healthy. Yeah, it's a pretty healthy, I think, thing to do. Here's Dave Boswell now. Had a tough time in the first. Buck Martinez will lead it off. Toes and feet. Yeah, well, you can listen to the game while you're getting it done, but I understand if you want to just get that pedicure done in sweet silence. Here's Boswell, and the pitch to Martinez. We'll see you soon. 4-6, right-handed, struck him out. And that's the third for Boswell. 1 down, here's Paul Scholl. We'll see you soon, Bill ICYMI. He says about an hour, I think we'll be here. I don't know which movie you're referring to with George Burns. Was there one called God or something, where George Burns played God? Here's Paul Shaw. And the pitch for 10 right-handed struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout for Dave Boswell. And he's got a pretty good ratio, but not this good. 190 and 256. 2 outs, and now here's Hedlund. He's got a chance to, oh God. Was that the name of the movie? Here's a chance to strike out the side with Hedlund, a 2 WR. Boswell. And the pitch to Hedlund. 1-6, and he does. He struck him out. And that's 5 strikeouts for Boswell. He had that 2-run first, allowing 3 hits, but he's settled down here in the second, and we've gone 2, and this is a 2-0 ball game. Denver and Burns, yeah. You know, I seem to remember that vaguely. That Denver was in it. I remember the movie. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. It's 2-0. This is our 1969 replay. 1977, that sounds about right. And this is the Strat-O-Matic network. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Indeed, I will. Today is Friday. is it hot out there? Well, we're back here at Municipal Stadium in Kansas City, and it's the top of the third, 2-0 KC, and here's Headland for the Royals, and he'll face Rick Rennick to lead it off. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Headland. He winds and deals. That's 6-8, right-handed. Pops it up to third for Foy. And that's one away. And now here's Dave Boswell, the pitcher. He's a 6-NR. Okay, Headland is ready. And here's the pitch to Boswell. That is 5-5. Right-handed. Oh, he's got the power. And it's a drive hit out deep to left center, and it's gone. Dave Boswell has just hit a solo home run, a one-out home run here in the third. Let's look at that again. 6-NR, right-handed, 5-5. N home run 1-6. It's a 1 on that double die. And he's got N power. And he's an N for a reason. Because he has hit home runs. I don't keep track of home runs for pitchers, but Boswell hit 2 home runs this season. And that is one of them. And that makes it a 2-1 ball game. If if I were doing a replay, say with an Otani, I would keep track of it. I think they do 2 cards for him, don't they? We have a top 4 Beatles song emoji. A top 4 Beatles song emoji coming from Kathy Harden here. Awesome. So it's 2-1 now. Ted Eulander, the batter. Here's Hedlund. 1-6, right-handed, and there's a drive. Hit out to left. Piniella back to the right before the warning track, makes the catch. 2 very, very well-hit balls. That was opposite field. That one stayed in the park. It was a 1-6 right-handed. Home run 1-2. And it was a 6. So it's 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Rodney. Oh. Okay, here's Hedlund. And the pitch to Carew. That's 1-7 right-handed. That is a drive hit out into the gap, and it's going to drop. Extra bases. Carew in second with a double. Stand up. A 2-out double. Now the Twins are hitting. It was double 1-7 right-handed, double 1-12. It was a 7. And here's Tony Oliva with Killebrew on deck. Okay, Hedlund. And the pitch to Oliva. 4-11 left-handed. There's a fly ball left X. That's going to be for Piniella. He's a 4-9. I imagine he improved as years went on out in the outfield. A 4-11 left-handed fly ball left X. And again, Piniella 4-9. 4-9, 16-4. He gets it on an F2. Let's see if he can hold on to it. E9. 6-9-11. And he drops it. Oh, he dropped the ball. Oh, Lord. And Oliva goes to second on a 2-base error, and Carew scores. That'll be unearned to tie the ball game. Wow. How do you like that? Yeah. And Kathy for the Royals. Let's look at that again. Oh. He got to the ball on a G2, but with a E9, which is not too bad, on a 6-9-11. Wait a minute. Yeah, E9, 6-9-11, there it is, as plain as the nose on your face. It's a G2 E2. I'm sorry, it was an F2 E2. I'm so sorry. F2 E2 2-base error, runners advance too. So no RBI, it's unearned, but it ties up this ball game. It was just, it hit the glove and bounced off the glove. And I think that Piniella was as surprised as anybody that happened. Now here's Killebrew with Oliva on second. This is a tie game now. Killebrew flew to right in the first. Here's Hedlund. That's 411 right-handed. Fly ball left again to Piniella. Oh, Lord. Here we go again. A 411 left-handed. Again, 4-9. Mm. 24 gets to it, F3. Let's see if he can not make an error this time. 6-12-15, E9. No, he gets it this time. And the side is retired. You damn well. You better get that. So it's 2 runs on the solo home run by Dave Boswell, and then the double by Carew knocked home on the 2-base error by Lou Piniella. Not so sweet. We are in the middle of the third. It's 2-2 now. And here's Boswell. It's going to be Alcatraz to lead it off. Alcatraz singled and scored on the triple by Kirkpatrick in the first. We have a mid-fourth music lyrics question. Whoa, going to have a busy fourth there. Got a Beatles emoji after this inning. And then we go in the middle of the fourth, a music lyrics question. Here's Boswell now. 2-2 here in Kansas City. And the pitch to Alcatraz. That's 3-7 right-handed, flies to left, and Nettles is under it, 1 out. And here's Miyamori, left-handed hitter. Miyamori fanned in the first. Oh. Okay, here's Boswell now. The pitch to Miyamori. That's a 4-7 left-handed, struck him out again. And that's the 6th for Boswell. 2 outs. And now Eddie Kirkpatrick, who tripled Alcatraz home, and then he came home on the ground ball by Piniella. But it's 2 outs, nobody on. Boswell has settled down since that first inning. Here's the pitch to Kirkpatrick. 3-6 right-handed, he walked him. A 2-out walk to Kirkpatrick. 1-13, 1-12, not being held. And here's Piniella. A chance for redemption. Kirkpatrick on first. 2 outs. And the pitch to Piniella. 3-10 right-handed, grounds it to first. And Reese will have to throw to Boswell covering the bag. Heads up play, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Kirkpatrick, and he was left on base. We've gone 3. And this is a 2-2 ball game between the Twins and the first place Twins and the last place Royals. And now I say, let's see the Beetle emoji coming from Kathy. A Beetle emoji. Guess the song now. Anybody can participate. Whoa. Maybe. Whoa, that's tough. I'm trying to think, what could that be? Oh. What the hell is that? Lord, I am really stumped on that one, Kathy. Does anybody have a guess on that? Lord. Baby? I'm not sure what that hand, that thing is. Baby, you. Baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man. I got it. That was super. Great song, by the way. The chorus, baby, you're a rich man, baby, you're a rich man. That, I'm not a big fan of that, but the main lyric is just so fab. Thank you, Kathy. It's so fab, how does it feel to be one of the beautiful people? And with the instrumentation, it's just too bad that he had to then have that chorus, baby, you're a rich man. It's like he's just shouting that, and I don't find it very melodic, but the beginning part is, I think, so, the word would be, like, what do they call it in England in the 60s? Mod? Anyway, that was a super question. We'll just put rich man here. So we have Ackroyd, Denver, and Baby You're a Rich Man. And we're going to head to the top of the fourth here, and then we have a mid-fourth. Is that mid-fourth? Yeah, mid-fourth from demos. What do you want to know? And have you traveled very far, far as the eye can know? Here's Mike Hedlund. He allowed a home run to Boswell and the unearned run after a double by Carew and the two-base error by Lou Piniella. See how that coffee is doing. See if we can round up some more coffee here. I'm gonna try to walk it out. Pharmacy, but I gotta have some bottled water. It's hot out there. Two-two game, and here's Rich Reese to lead it off. I have to remember that hand like that is your. You are. Okay, here's Reese now, leading it off against Hedlund on the mound. The windup and the pitch to Reese. 3-7 right-handed, fly ball center, and it's Kirkpatrick under it for the out. One away. Kansas City is 155 and lost 98. 53 games behind these Minnesota Twins. 1.5 in last place, 1 1/2 behind the Seattle Pilots. Here's Greg Nettles now. Oh, the pitch to Nettles. 6-6, left-handed, base hit to right. Off Hedlund's card. That's the go-ahead run. Nettles on first. 14. Not, it's a borderline. Being held. I know that's a borderline, but 1-14. Here's Roseboro now. '13 and 14 tend to be borderlines. House rule. Roll. Here's Roseboro. Struck out in the second. Nettles on first. That's 4-5, left-handed. Grounds to second B. With a runner on first, well, that'll be a force, no doubt about it. Alcatraz stepped on the bag, but he had no play at first. Got Nettles on the force. 2 outs with Roseboro on first. Look at him, 1-15. Jesus. He was 5 for 10. 1-15. 1-14. 1-16. Holy cow. Lord, that's a tough call. We're going to roll on that because of the 2-6 at 10-9. He's not being held. Now he has the lead. Wait a minute. No, that you see, I always mess that up. I forget that he would get the lead at a 1-16. No, he's got to be held. We forget that. Now he's a 1-16. And if he gets the lead 1-14, we'll pass on that. Here's Rennick. We're allowed to do that if it's a mathematical computational error. Two outs, Roseboro on first, and Rennick is the batter. Here's the pitch. 6-10, right-handed, grounds to third X. That will be for Foy, 418. That's going to be Foy, 418 on the ground ball. Oh, that's a 5-4. Oh, it's going to be an S1. It's going to be an S1. That's going to be 5-9-12 with Foy and E18. It'll be an S1 sending Roseboro to second. I'm not sure what you mean. John Mitch, 81. I see you've retracted a couple, and now you have an AF, which I'm unable to decipher. It's first and second, 2 down, and here's Boswell. Hit the home run. Remember, we have a music lyric question, middle of this inning from Baseball Demos. Here's Headland trying to get out of this. First and second, 2 outs, clutch situation. 1-6, and he grounds it to second. Carew has it. Throws it to, I'm sorry, Alcatraz has it, and he throws it to Miyamori, and the side is retired. So Headland gets into a little trouble there, but gets out of it. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on, middle of the fourth. We've got a ball game, 2-2. I'm waiting for a shoe to drop because I'm doing relatively well emotionally right now. Now let's pay attention to Baseball Demos, who's kind enough to give us a question, a musical lyrical question. Wait for it now. Here it is. Great timing. In the 1973 song Stuck in the Middle with You, the singer is stuck in between two groups of people. Who are the groups to his left and right? Oh, that's fantastic question. I can't remember, you know? I think it's age-appropriate cognitive decline. I can't even remember the artist. It says to the left, stuck in the middle with you. You know, I think it's age-appropriate cognitive decline. I know I'm gonna know it immediately. Clowns to the left, jokers to the right. And what is Steeler Wheels? Is that the artist? Clowns to the left, jokers to the right. I think Kathy's got it. Oh! Beautiful answer. That was a beautiful question and a great answer. Really was a good question. And we thank Demos for that. I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the bottom of the fourth, and I'm going to take a break. Here's Boswell now. And Joe Foy to lead it off. That was a big hit too, wasn't it? Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yeah. Great line. 73. Okay, Boswell now. We'll face Foy to lead it off, bottom of the fourth. It's 2-2. 6-3, right-handed, fly ball left X. That's going to be Nettles. He's the 3-4. Nettles a 3-4 in left. That's a 16-3, gets to it on an F2. I liked that question because 6-9-12, E4, it's pretty good. And he makes the catch for the first out. Because it told you the song and it refers to, oh, Steeler Wheels. Okay, it refers to, you know, it gives you the name of the song, and it also refers to what most people who remember that era would recall, stuck in between two groups of people. Who were the groups to the left and the right? And it quite easily provokes, you know, something to the left of me, something to the right. And Kathy got it though, I couldn't get it. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. And so it was a well-crafted question. Foy flies out to left. Here's Bob Oliver now. Oh, here's Oliver now. Struck out in the first. The pitch from Boswell. That's 2-8, right-handed. Struck him out again. And that's the 7th for Boswell. And boy, since that first inning, he's retired. Well, he walked Kirkpatrick, but that was it. 2 outs now. And here's Buck Martinez. Martinez struck out in the second. Boswell struck out the side in the second. Here's the pitch from Boswell. That's a 4-8, right-handed, walked him. Second walk Boswell's given up. He is not being held, and here's Paul Scholl. Boswell has won 23 games for these Twins. One behind Cuellar of Baltimore, who has won 24. Jim Perry has won 19. One more. They have 2 20-game winners. The Orioles have 2 20-game winners, in addition to Cuellar with 24. McNally has won 21. Palmer has his share of wins, but he was injured for part of the season and will miss that opportunity for a 20-win, 320 winners. They did it in 70. They had 4 in. They did it in 70. They had 3 in 70 and 4 in 71, which was just madness. I think when they got Pat Dobson, just pure madness. Here's the pitch to Scholl. That's a 1-6 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 8 for Boswell. Struck out swinging on a 1-6 right-hand, and the side is retired. Joe Egan and, oh, you know, Jerry Rafferty. I was going to say, was that Rafferty? So was Rafferty in the group? No runs, no hits, the walk to Martinez left on. We've gone 4. We're going to take a break here, about 2 or 3 minutes. Jerry Rafferty, who went solo. Didn't he do Baker Street? And was he in that group? If not, I can hear the influence of Rafferty in that. I was going to guess Rafferty was the artist. We've gone 4 innings. It's a 2-2 ball game, folks, and I'm just I don't know. You can't win with a nut like me, because when you're not feeling anxiety, or at least super mildly, it's like you're saying, well, what's gonna happen? You know, he was in the group, okay. He also had a song, I think, Right Down the Line, and Baker Street was a great song, no doubt about it. Egan, did he do a song something like "You Are a Magnet and I Am Steel" or something like that? Was that Egan? It's a good song. Is that the same Egan? I'll be back. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. We're in a 2-2 ball game. And we want to thank you for being here. Oh, you can't win with a nut like me. You can't fucking win. Was that a Tom Egan? Steel and glass, or magnet and steel. It's not in the way that I'll be back. Oh, God. pretty much a full cup. Steelers wheel. But I'm wondering if Rafferty was in the group. Of course, I could look it up. We're having just a friendly conversation here. I thought maybe you knew. Oh, he was in the group, okay. And it certainly sounds like a Rafferty song. Top of the fifth in a 2-2 ball game. And Headland has gotten into trouble in the past 2 innings. We'll see how he fares here in the fifth. His first endurance is the sixth. It'll be the top of the order. Eulander 0 for 2. Here's Eulander now, left-handed hitter. Headland into his windup, and the pitch to Eulander. That's going to be a 6-7. Grounder to second X. On a 6-7 left-handed. That's Alcatraz 310. .310. Oh, that's a 3-3. It's going through for a base hit, S1. And it's going to be a E10 for Alcatraz, 6-10-11. Let's see if he boots it also. He's an E10 on an 11. No. It goes through, though, for a base hit. He could not get to it. And Eulander is on. Eulander 1-15, 1-16, being held, would get the lead automatically. And then he'd be a 1-14 with a lead. And he's not going to go for it. Here's Rodney now. Now Rodney, really something. Rodney, an A bunter. But he's such a good hitter, you know? It's like, you know, do you want to bunt and get him out, or do you want to let him hit away? We're going to let him hit away because this is really just a practice game, if you will. This is a game. All these games for Minnesota are designed to just keep them in the motion here. They've won 5 in a row. You want to stay loose, stay good, stay winning as you head into the postseason. He's going to hit away here. Eulander being held. Here's Hedlund from the stretch. The pitch to Carew. That's going to be 3-7 right-handed, and that is that's a re-roll. Don't even, he's not rusty anymore. No, Rodney is rust-free. He was hurt for a bit, and then he went like 0 for 7 in his first couple games back. I'm just estimating what it was, and he came back unrusted. Here's the pitch to Carew. That's a 3-5 right-handed. There's a base hit. 2 asteroids. Eulander goes to third and holds. Zachary pitched in this game in real world. And I'm not sure we even have a Zachary in our call-ups. No, we don't. Wait a minute. No, we don't. So there's action in the bullpen. Tough situation here for Hedlund. First and third, nobody out. The infield is back. Oliva was hit by a pitch and reached on the 2-base error, which brought home the tying run. Carew. Here's the pitch from Hedlund. That's 5-2 left-handed. That's a grounder to first on a first and third. Grounder to first B. Batter safe. Runner on first out going, and Eulander will score. So sorry about that. Those goddamn robocalls. Whew. It was a 5-2 left-handed ground ball first, getting Carew on the force. I hate those robocalls. And it's a 3-2 ball game. I suppose Oliva gets the run batted in. He's on first now, and he will be held with 1 out. Hedlund still has a chance to get out of this. Make sure the sound is working. Make sure the sound is working. I'm sure the sound is working. It is. It is. Those intrusive, I don't know if any of you are plagued with robocalls. I get about anywhere from 5 to 10 a day. I have software to alert me. But once I got a call from someone who was not spam. Fortunately, he sent me an email saying he's trying to reach me. Here's Killebrew. with Oliva being held on first, 1 out, 1 in. 3-2 Twins. And the pitch 410 right-handed, fly to center X. Kirkpatrick, a 4-2. Those are going to kill you. Those fours are just going to... Oh, God. Now I'm getting nervous. Fly ball center, Kirkpatrick, 4-2. That's a 7-4. And look at that, it's an S2. Lord. Don't forget, these are expansion teams. E2, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's an E2. That's pretty good. And so it's an S2. Clean. And Oliva will go to third. So it's a first and third again. And they're going to stay with him. His first endurance is next inning. Give him a chance here. And he leads off next inning, of course. Don't you love that? Don't you just love that? Infield back for the inning-ending double play. Reese, left-handed hitter. And the pitch from Headland. That's 4-7 left-handed. That is a liner to first, caught by Miyamori, and that's a big out. It wasn't a double play, but 2 outs, runners hold. And now Greg Nettles comes up in a clutch situation here. Nettles has a clutch reversal on a 2-2 and a 3-2. Okay. Edlin, big at bat here. 2 outs. Harmon on first, Oliva on third. 1 in already. 3-2 Minnesota. Here's the pitch to Nettles. That's 3-5 right-handed. He walked him. And now he has loaded the bases. We're going to give him a chance against Roseboro. Give him a chance. Nothing has come in. He'll be pulled if he does not retire Roseboro. Here we go now. Roseboro 0 for 2. Headland, full windup, and the pitch to Roseboro. That's a 1-4, and it's a fly ball to left for Piniella. And he makes the catch, and Headland, I say, is lucky to get away with 1 run on 3 hits and a walk, leaving the bases loaded. But it's a warning. It's a warning. I think we're going to hit for him. I do think we're going to hit for him because he has looked very rough for realism's sake in the last 3 innings. Just looking ahead at who they've used. They've used Cram a lot. and Drabowski. Used both of them yesterday. I don't want to use them again. I'm looking ahead to the 27th. Hey, Jimmy Jam has arrived. Hey, Jimmy. I don't like to just use people who, boy, you used Drabowski 2 days in a row there. You know, if, and who's this Al Fitzmaurice? I may have him in a, he's not too bad. Let me see if I have him. I'll bring him in. Yeah, there he is. Oh, no, that's Fitzsimmons. Oh, no, Fitzmaurice. Yeah. And he's got a 4.22 ERA, which will work out just fine for us. Al Fitzmaurice, a right-hander, is warming. Al Fitzmaurice had a long career, well, relatively 10 years. He was, God, he had some good years. He had some good years, 13-6, 16-12, 15-11 with Kansas City. And this was from 74 to 76. This Fitzmaurice pitched 10 innings in this Jimmy Jam. It varies. It's about 9 games left, give or take. But of course it varies. You know what I'm saying? But that's the average. So Al Fitzmaurice will come in. There's going to be a hitter now. I'm not going to worry too much about who I pick to hit. It's going to be Dave Boswell coming out, right-handed hitter. We're going to go with Pat Kelly, left-handed hitter. And he's got speed to lead it off. And that's going to be it, by the way, for Headland, who pitched 5 innings. The loser of record, Boswell, not yet eligible for the win until after this inning. Headland allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Threw a lot of pitches. He walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 1. And he allowed 3 runs, 1 of them unearned. And it will be Fitzmaurice, the rookie, coming in next inning. Al Fitzmaurice. Yes, Jimmy Jam. Thank you very much. For for that encouragement. It's almost like though I don't want it to end. You know what I'm saying? This is 3+ years. 3 years, about 3 years, 3 months. Okay, here's Pat Kelly, left-handed hitter, pinch hitting for Headland. Boswell has been very tough since the first inning. It's 3-2 Minnesota. And the pitch to Kelly. That's 4-5 left-handed, struck him out. And that is the 9th for Boswell. Lord. Striking out a lot of people. I don't know how up to I am finishing this game. I really don't, folks. I have a mind to discontinue the game and resume it either later tonight or like at 6 o'clock or tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, here's Alcatraz with 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch from Boswell. 2-12 right-handed, lines it to short, caught by Rennick. 2 outs. And here's Mike Miyamori. 0 for 2, struck out twice by Boswell. Last cup of coffee. Oh, God almighty. Here's Boswell now. And the pitch to Fiore. 2-9 right-handed, he walked him. So Fiore draws a base on balls this time. Tying run on first. 1-13. 1-12 not being held. And here's Eddie Kirkpatrick. He is the go-ahead run. He tripled Alcatraz home in the first. Boswell from the stretch. 2-6, and the Royals take a lead here. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-6. Left-handed, struck him out. Oh, has he been tough today. 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. Wow. A 4-6 left-handed. No runs, no hits. The walk to Miyamori. Left on base. It's still a close one. 3-2. Headland taken out, and Al Fitzmaurice is coming out to pitch. I didn't realize he was such a good pitcher for 3 years, winning multiple games. Fitzmaurice is still alive. He is 78 years old. And here's a picture of him, about nine years ago. So Fitzmaurice, the right-hander, brought in. And we're heading to the top of the 6. It's going to be Rennick to lead it off. Rennick, a right-handed hitter. Okay, here's Fitzmaurice now. The wind-up and the pitch to Rennick. That's a 3-8. Struck him out. Nice start for Fitzmaurice. One away, and here's Dave Boswell, pitcher. He hit a solo home run. He had 2 in real world. Hit it in the 3rd. A 6NR. Here's Fitzmaurice, the rookie. And the pitch. That's 4-5. Right-handed. Grounds it to short. For Scholl. Scholl scoops it and throws it to Miyamori for the out. 2 away. On a 4-5 right-handed. And now he'll face Eulander, a left-handed hitter. Okay, Eulander now. Fitzmaurice gets the sign from Martinez. Here's the pitch. That is 2-7 right-handed. Oh, there's a base hit up the middle. Off Fitzmaurice, the second hit for Eulander. A 2-7 right-handed. And he will be held. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check his hold as a -1. That's going to be a 0 quotient. He'll be 1-15 if not held. With an automatic lead, he will be held. Wow, he stole 15 out of 24 attempts. Okay. So Eulander being held on first. Here's Rodney. Another left-handed hitter. Fitzmaurice working from the stretch with Eulander on first being held. 2 outs. Here's Fitzmaurice. He's pretty tough against left-handers. He can walk people, though. 4-5, and he grounds it to second. And that is Alcatraz throwing it to Miyamori, and the side is retired. Nice inning for Fitzmaurice. A 4-5 left-handed, grounded to second for the out, and Carew is retired. And he had several really good years as a starter. Looking at his stats, I think I remember him vaguely. In the top of the 6, no runs, 1 hit. The single by Eulander left on. We're in the middle of the 6th here. Boswell has been unbelievable since the 1st. Unhittable, actually. He's walked 2 since the 1st, but otherwise 3. He's walked 3, but otherwise not hittable. Lord, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It will be Piniella, Foy, and Oliver. Bottom of the sixth. It's a 3-2 ball game. Oh. Here's Piniella now. Boswell has struck out 10 in 5 innings. Here's the windup and the pitch to Piniella. 6-4 right-handed, grounds to short X. That's for Rennick. 488. Whoa. That's a lot of errors. 488. 488, 12-4. He gets it on a G3, but let's see if he can hold on to it. G3, E88. God, 6'11", 12. Go all the way down to the bottom. He boots it for the error. A G3, E1. Not surprising. And Piniella is on. That's the first error for Minnesota. I think I'm going to, I hate to do it, but I'm going to take a Klonopin. Piniella not being held. That's the first error for Minnesota. Going to take one. And also going first one. And make a little more coffee to see if we can get through this ball game before 1 o'clock. Making a very small pot, probably a 2-cupper. Lord. 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough for a 6-cupper, which is like, I think it's like 1. Whatever helps is fine. Yeah, I'm 66. I'm not worried about being dependent on that. It is a benzodiazepine, but it's one of the safest, if you will. And it's long-acting. Even on a good day, I'm prone to say, well, I don't know if you know the feeling, waiting for the second shoe to drop, is that the expression? Waiting for the second shoe to drop, you know, it's not a good feeling. Okay, Piniella on first, not be held. 1 to 13, 1 to 12. And here's Joe Foy now. Piniella the tying run. Foy is 1 for 2. A C bunter. Here's Boswell. And the pitch 210 right-handed. And it's a base hit by Foy. Piniella goes to second and holds. A single to left. First hit allowed by Boswell since the first inning. So now it's Foy on first, Piniella on second with Bob Oliver, who has power. It's also a B bunter, but we're going to have him hit away here. Here's Boswell from the stretch. Oliver has struck out twice by Boswell. And the pitch. 4-4 right-handed, fly ball center X. And that's Eulander, and he's good. He's a 2-1. Whoa, he's good. Not much room for problems there. Unless you get a 1, 2, or 3 on the red die. As you see, he's a 2. That's a 7. He gets 2 at F2. And he is an E1. He doesn't make many errors. That's 4, 7, 8. And so it's a clean F2 with first and second. It's a fly out. A runner on second may tag and try to advance. We're going to look at that. The runner on second compute his safe chances as his running speed plus the arm. His arm is a 0. Foy has speed. 1 to 16. And I don't believe that, I'm sorry, Piniella. Jeez, Piniella, 1 to 12. Lord. No, we're not going to send him. It would have been nice because you can get a tag, but we're at 1 to 12. We're not going to send him. I know that might be a conservative call. It's Buck Martinez now. Boy, look at him. Look at his card. Look at his card. Well, we'll let him hit. Boswell from the stretch. And here's the pitch to Martinez. 6-4 right-handed, grounded to short. Uh-oh. That's Rennick, a 488 again. He's already made an error. Lord. 6-4. Right-handed grounder to short. Leo is not playing today. This could be big. Again, a 488. 12-4. It's a G3 gets to it. It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a double play. Let's see if it's an error. 4-8-10 on an 88. And it is not an error. It's going to be a G3 with first and second one out. And the runners will advance. So now it is second and third with two outs, and Paul Scholl is due up in a clutch situation. He's a 263 hitter. That is pretty good for these Royals. Two column can tie this ball game. Boswell, this is clutch situation here. He does have, whoa, he has two clutch reversals in the two column. Is it three of them? Holy cow. Jesus. That's worth pinch hitting. That's freaking worth pinch hitting. That. That's where those clutch. Sort of an unfair thing. Now I saw Rios play recently, so he could come in to play short. I know it's unfair, but life is sometimes unfair that I'm working on this.
Are you the creator type? You already know lots of cool things Photoshop can do, like create.
Gaming these cards here. We're gonna have Hawk Taylor come in, who has a clutch single. So Hawk Taylor only had 89 at bats. God knows if they've used him, but it's going to be Taylor pinch hitting. And Rios, who I saw played in a game like in 2 days or so, will end up coming in at short as a 444. So the Royals really going for it here. Here's Hawk Taylor now. Clutch situation. 2 outs, second and third. Here's Boswell trying to get out of this. Oh, 6'10", right-handed. Grounds it to short. Rennick makes the play and the side is retired. Rennick, who made the error, ends up handling 2 ground balls quite nicely. And it's no runs. 1 hit, an error by Rennick, the first for Kansas City. And that's going to give Fitzmaurice a chance to pitch another inning. He looked pretty good in the 6th. Al Fitzmaurice, the called up from the minors, and he's going to face Oliva, Killebrew, and Reese. Whoa, that's a tall freaking order there. Top of the 7th. Oh. Oh. I could wait till Monday to do my 3rd task. No reason to push myself. You can actually wait. It was originally scheduled for Monday. The email contact I need to make. Okay, Tony Oliva leads it off. It's 3-2, tight game. Fitzmaurice trying to keep them in this ball game. Oliva 0 for 2. Reached 3 times on a force, an error, and a hit by pitch. Here's the pitch to Oliva. 6-11. Left-handed, grounds it to first. Clean, no X. And Miyamori takes it, actually Fitzmaurice covers. We'll score that 3-1. He tossed it to him underhand. You ever see that? Here's Killebrew now. Kansas City holding their own here in this ball game. Now here's Harmon Killebrew. Fitzmaurice, right-hander. And the pitch to Harmon. That's 2-8. He walked him. Well, that's not hard to do. You don't want to give him anything really good to hit, so he puts him on. Here's Reese. He's not being held. Whoa, look at him. 16. 8 out of 10 stealing, but he's a 1-8. That is weird. Shit. 1-16. Being held. Shit. And he's gonna go for it. It's only a 4. If he gets the lead, it'll be a 1-14 though. So we're not gonna go for the lead. It's a 1-16, and with a lead 1-14. So he'll just be held. But again, the chances are so remote that maybe we're not going to hold him. The chances are so remote, we're going to, putting the Kansas City hat on, we're not going to hold him. You know, you can get a ground ball X or something that can turn into a base hit. We're not going to hold him, and he will try for the lead, though. Just a 4, and it's a 1-16. No. So Reese comes up with Killebrew on first. Here's Fitzmaurice now from the stretch. That's going to be 1-5 right-handed, fly ball right. And under that is Oliver for the second out. 1-5 right-handed. And here's Greg Nettles. Fitzmaurice keeping the Royals in this ball game. And this might be his last inning. for this youngster, I think 2 innings is fine for him. He's due up next inning. Okay, here's Fitzmaurice facing Nettles left-handed. Hitter. Oh my God, I can't believe I was born. You ever think about that? That you were actually born? You. Here's the pitch to Nettles. That's going to be a 2-10. Oh, and it's a against the right-hander grounder to first. And it's me, Amore, taking it to the bag. A 2-10. Take a look at it. Against the right-hander, boy, did he pitch good baseball. 2 very good innings. Had a base runner each inning, but got out of it with nothing. We are in the middle of the 7th, and there's going to be a hitter for Fitzmaurice, who pitched 2 innings. Very good baseball, I would say, for the youngster. 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 1, no runs. That's the important thing. That's the important freaking thing here. And I'm just going to take a look to see, because I see that they've been using Drabowski. If I want to see if he pitched on the 21st. We follow the rule in Strat-O-Matic that you can't use a reliever more than 2 days in a row. Mo looking. Maybe they were off. That would be even better. No, he did. So he's not available. Mo is not available. We're not going to use Cram. Oh, we're not going to use Cram. Boswell comes out. There's going to be a pinch hitter. And let's see who's warming. It's going to be Wickersham. Wickersham, who did pitch on the 21st, but he's available now, and he's a right-hander. Let me just check something here. You know, we're going to bring in a left-hander, because there's a demos. You're recommending Bergmeyer. He is a yes. We will go with Bergmeyer. Thank you. The left-hander, because due up next inning are Roseborough, a left-hander. Rennick is a right-hander, and so is Boswell. But then Eulander, Carew, Oliva are all left-handers. So yeah, it's a smart call, and Bergmeyer, and we thank you, demos. Bergmeyer taking his warm-ups, and let's see who's going to hit here. If you want, I can give you some choices here. I'm only going to show you people who can hit. The right-hander Scott Northey, 262. And that's really it. That's really it. I mean, if you want, I can go look in the call-ups, but I think Northie, you have, I mean, if you want, I'll just show you Chuck Harrison, 221, right-hander. Campanis, 157, right-hander. Jackie Hernandez, 222, right-hander. Jerry Adair, 250, right-hander. We've used Taylor. We've taken Scholl out. We've used Kelly. Keoff, 187, a left-hander. That's a long shot. And I might add that he pinch hit in this game in real world and was retired. Ellie Rodriguez, 236, right-hander. So it's an interesting choice to see, you know, and I don't like to game the cards. Northie is good, okay. Northie is good, better than Keoff actually looks about the same against left-handers. Here's Northie now. Northie will hit. Thank you. Northie pinch hitting to lead it off after a nice performance by Fitzmaurice. Boswell, meanwhile, has allowed 2 runs, both in the first inning. 4 hits. He's walked 3, struck out 10. Here's Northie now. Boswell in his first endurance inning. And the pitch to Northie. That's going to be 211, right-handed. Fly ball right, Oliva. He is right there to make the catch. 1 down. So that takes care of that. Bergmeyer warming. And here's Louis Alcatraz. 1 for 3. Singled, scored the first run on the triple by Kirkpatrick in the first. The Royals had a 2-0 lead. Twins tied it up in the third and then scored a run in the 5th to take the lead 3-2. Here's the pitch to Alcatraz. And that's going to be a 1-3 right-handed, and it's single 1-6. Line to short, caught by Rennick. A nice catch by Rennick. Remember the error he made that almost contributed to a run. And here's Mike Fiore now. Miyamori, 2 outs. Now Miyamori has some power. Oh, that's good coffee. Here's Boswell. And the pitch to Miyamori. That's 1-8, right-handed, walked him. Second walk. Boswell has struck him out twice and walked him. And Miyamori, the tying run on first with 2 outs. Not being held. And here's Eddie Kirkpatrick. He had the big triple to knock home Alcatraz. Eddie Kirkpatrick has power. Here's Boswell now. Got to pitch him very carefully, but not too carefully. Here's the pitch from Boswell. That's a 410 left-handed ballpark slash. Whoa, it's 6. It looks like it's going through. And it is for a base hit. First and second, and Boswell one hit or walk away from fatigue. And God knows who's warming in the bullpen, because I don't know if Perinoski's available. In fact, I'm going to go take a peek on the 21st now. To see who among all these people, lots of people were used in their last game in the 6-5 win. And it's going to be Minnesota. There it is. Cott and Perinoski were used in relief. Cott would be available if he doesn't start soon, and everybody else is available except Perinoski. So Perinoski is not available. We just take a look, Billy Martin has been very, very careful bringing Cott back, who I think was hurt. Perry starts on the 24th. Cott starts on the 25th, so Cott is not available. So there's action in the bullpen. And here's Eddie Kirkpatrick with 2 outs. We'll worry about who's available. Lou Piniella now. And what a chance for redemption here, as it was Pinella's 2-base error which brought home the unearned run, the second one. A chance for redemption. Piniella has a clutch reversal on a 1-7. Here's Boswell. 5-10 right-handed. Ballpark slash again, but it's a 14 right-handed. And it's line to short, caught by Rennick. And the side is retired. Whoa, Lord. That is a 5-10 ballpark slash. Piniella, the right-hander in Kansas City. And as you can see, it's 1-12, but it was a 14 on the devil die. And we do ballpark effects on singles and home runs versus weather. Whereas, and that side is retired, by the way. Whereas, and we'll take a little break here, see if I can get myself together. I'm a little bit on pins and needles, as Bergmeyer will come in to take his warm-ups as Baseball Demos plays weather effects. And it's play it the way you want to play it. Okay? He likes weather. Too bad you can't do both, huh? Isn't that weird? Oh, that's good coffee. we have a 3-2 ball game. And it's quite a ball game. And I'm going to take a little break just to get myself together. It's almost like waiting for the shoe to drop. You all know that expression? You know, waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's not a great feeling. When you have an anxiety disorder. Even though I'm a bit less anxious than usual. I'm not ashamed to admit to you all folks that deep down, I'm terrified about life. But, you know, that's deep down. But I'm actually, the anxiety is mild today. Just a little bit of a head thing. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. We've gone 7. It's 3-2 Twins. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. This is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I'm going to take a break for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then we'll try to finish this ball game. Here's Bergmeyer, top of the 8th. It was a good call by Demos to bring in the left-hander. And he will start off facing a left-handed hitter. Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro steps in. Bergmeyer is ready. And the pitch. 2-8 left-handed, lines it to first, caught by Miyamori. He didn't even have to move, literally. Right at him. 2-8 left-handed. And here's Rick Rennick, who's 1 for 3 today. He is a right-hander. So is Boswell, but then you have lefties. 3 of them. Here's Bergmeyer now. Whoa, that almost fell out. 6-9 right-handed, grounds to short for Rios. 2 outs. He came in for Scholl after Taylor pinch hit for him in the 6th. 6-9. And here's Boswell. Boswell, who allowed a walk and a single in his first endurance inning. You know what that means. If you know Strat-O-Matic. Here's Boswell now. 1-5, and he grounds it to third for Foy. Over to Miyamori, and it's a 1-2-3 for Bergmeyer. And we'll take our last cup. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Boswell, any combination of 2 hits and or walks, and he is fatigued. And who would come in? God knows. Only God knows. And maybe Demos. There's one more cup here. I just pray that I can have a day of peace today. A day of peace. Oh. Okay, it's going to be Foy leading it off. Foy has some power. 3-2 Twins, bottom of the 8th. Foy 2 for 3 today. Here's Boswell. The wind-up and the pitch to Foy. 2-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Boswell, fields it and throws it over to Reese for the out. 1 away. Boy, it's been a good game, I'll tell you that. No matter who you're for, it's been an entertaining, well-played ball game, generally, and a tight one. 2-3 ground out to Boswell. And here's out Bob Oliver. Now he's got power. They just got to be able to get it going here. Hit the sweet spot. Boswell looking to refresh his endurance. Oliver 0 for 3, struck out twice by Boswell, and the pitch. That's 412 right-handed, grounds it back to Boswell. Boswell is a 412. Again, whoops. Again, a 412. Yeah, that's a coincidence. 412 right-handed ground ball pitcher X, and Boswell is a 412. Don't want to confuse you. .412, uh-oh, 2-4. It's going to be a base hit. That was a low number there. Single one. And he's at 12. 4-8-11. And it's going to be a base hit. A one-out single by Oliver. And Oliver, 1 to 15, 1 to 14, is gets the lead unless he's held. That is a very, very borderline. 1 to 15, 1 to 14, very borderline. Warranting the die. House rule, he's being held. And you know, there's a disadvantage to that. So now he's 1 to 15, 1 to 14, 1 to 12 with a lead. And that's too risky, I think, with the tying, to let the tying run go on that. Here's Buck Martinez now. Here's Boswell. 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. 2-2. Oh, it's a ballpark blast. And it's a 5. Oh my. In Kansas City. Oh, it's a 1. It's very spacious there. Back to the wall goes Nettles, and he makes the catch. Oh my. Oh my, Martinez almost. Oh, is that a heartbreaker for Kansas City? He hit it so well. And it went right to the wall. Look at it again, 2-2 ballpark blast. Buck Martinez has end power. I don't think he'd have that on there if he didn't have end power. He's a right-hander. It's in Kansas City. And as you could see for the home run, look at that 1. That must be one spacious frickin' ballpark. Lord. That's 2 outs. This has been an exciting game. Here's Juan Rios now. Who came in to play short after Taylor hit for Shaw. To no avail. My Lord. Here's Boswell now. And the pitch to Rios. 4-5 right-handed, struck him out. And he has his endurance refreshed. That is his 11th strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, a long, long fly ball, almost a home run that would have given them the lead. 4-3, but it ends up being no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And we're heading to the 9th, and here's Bergmeyer. What a game it's been, Lord. What a frickin' game it's been. Boswell holds on, he'll tie Cuellar for 24 wins in the American League. Marichal leads the NL with 25. Ted Eulander leading it off. He's 2 for 4. Bergmeyer, the windup and the pitch. 5-9 left-handed, and that's a fly to left for Pinello, one away. So far, the relievers, Fitzmaurice and now Bergmeyer, have done their job. There'll be a pinch hitter, God knows who, in the 9th for Bergmeyer. Here's Carew. Carew, 2 for 4. 3-3 left-handed, grounds it to short for Rios. Over to Miyamori, 2 outs. And now the always dangerous Tony Oliva. Bergmeyer, the left-hander. Excuse me. Try to keep aware of that. We get off kilter. Try to keep things straight here. Okay, here's Tony now. The pitch from Bergmeyer. That's 3-7 left-handed, fly ball center for Kirkpatrick, and the side is out. So a perfect 2 innings for Bergmeyer. Good call by Demos. And we're heading to the bottom of the 9th with Boswell refreshed, and there will be a hitter. And I don't think Kansas City has anybody in the call-ups. We're gonna take a quick look. And otherwise, we're going to have to go look to see, pick out the best we can. Oh, there's Fran Healy. Looks pretty good. Whoa. Oh, shit, I knocked everything out. I'm sorry. I do that sometimes. Bear with me. Knock out the crowd noise. It happens every once in a while. Got Fran Healy. Oh. The other option is Frederico. Oh, let's look at them both. Both right-handed hitters. Healy hit 400 in 10 at-bats. I think that might be hard for Frederico to beat. He hit 231. So it looks like it's going to be Fran Healy, and I seem to remember Fran Healy. He's still alive. I think he was on the Mets. Okay. Fran Healy. Will come in to hit, and he is a right-handed hitter, and his card looks pretty good in some spots. He does have W power. Fran Healy, the youngster in his first season. No E on, just one E on Healy. Oh, was he a Yankee broadcaster too? I did not know that. I did not frickin' know that. That'll be Bergmeyer, 2 perfect innings. Fitzmaurice and Bergmeyer both did good work. Yeah, I thought he was with the Yankees, and it turns out he's still alive. He's 77 years old. He made his debut September 3 of this year, and he did work, it says, radio broadcasts. And Healy had a 9-year career and had some, he had some decent years. So Healy steps into the batter's box. And Boswell is 3 outs away from his 24th win of the season. Here's Healy now, facing the right-hander Boswell into his windup, and the pitch to the youngster Healy. That's going to be a 1-6, right-handed, and that's a double down the line. Actually, it's in the gap, a double by Fran Healy, and he is the tying run. Oh my. Look at that. 1-6 against the right-handed, double to center. We'll call that, in the gap. He's a right-hander. Left center field. Eulander went to get it. Wow. Fran Healy, a 1-12 running. This game is coming right down. And some of you may think that this is overkill, but Jackie Hernandez is coming in to run for Fran Healy, adding 2 to his running rating in the event that there's a single, no asterisks, something like that. Every little bit helps. Hernandez running a 1-14 versus 1-12. So it's Hernandez on second. Oh, Joel Horland says, good move. I didn't even see your text, and that's gratifying. Thank you. Now here's Alcaraz. He is a debunter, a 253 hitter, which is pretty good for Kansas City. They don't have much. So he'll hit away. Boswell with full endurance. Healy on second, the tying run. Alcaraz at the plate. Here's Boswell. And the pitch, that's going to be a 5-7 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 12 for Boswell. Lord, what a game it's been. I swear to God, Joel Horland, I was looking because I had Healy's card up here, you know, and so therefore I don't get to see the text when I do that, and it's very gratifying. Well, here's Mia Morey now. And if there was ever a time for Mia Morey to send some love, this would be it. A base hit could bring home the run, the tying run. It's 3-2 Minnesota, bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Jackie Hernandez on second, pinch running for Healy. Fiore has struck out twice and walked twice. Here's the pitch from Boswell. 6-3 left-handed. That's a fly to left. That's going to be Nettles, a 3-4. Let's see if he can get to this. This could be big. Whoa. It could tie the ball game. The suspense is terrible. I hope it lasts. A 6-3 left-handed fly ball left X for Nettles, a 3-4. Here we go now. Pretty good once he gets to it. (11-3). Oh, he gets to it on an F2. E4. 4-6-7. And he makes the catch. On an E4-7, an F2 with a runner on second. I have a feeling it's going to be the second may tag, a 1-14. Nettles a +1, 1-15. But that's going to be 2 outs. I don't think so. Does anybody, hey Ken, anybody have any suggestion? I could stretch Hernandez, who'd be a 1 to 15. Have him tag. But I don't think it's worth it. If anybody wants to overrule me, I'm more than glad to be overruled. What a shame to have Hernandez thrown out on a 1 to 15 trying to stretch to third with 2 outs. I say let's put our money on Ed Kirkpatrick because he's only going to go to third. Don't want to end the game on that, yeah. And did you all know that the 1928 World Series, I think it was 28, Cardinals, Yankees ended with Babe Ruth being thrown out stealing. Did you know that? Yeah, you don't want the game to end that way. So it's all up to Eddie Kirkpatrick. Kenyon, it's an interesting notion, but I tend to go to avoid conflict because I don't deal well with conflict, Kenyon. I go with the first recommendation I see, if it makes sense, and that was Joel Horlin, who said we don't want to end the game on that. Yeah, the Bay, hope you understand, Kenyon. It's up to Kirkpatrick, left-handed hitter. Kirkpatrick, 2 for 3, tripled a run home, walked left on, struck out, walked left on. He's only going to third. Yeah, home's a different story. Home is a whole different freaking story. It's Hernandez on second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Kirkpatrick. 4-5 left-handed, struck him out. And that's the 13th strikeout for Boswell and his 24th win of the season, tying him with Mike Cuellar. What a ball game. It was 4-5. Kirkpatrick left-handed struck him out, and what a game it was. Either way, even if you wanted Kansas City, you got to admit this was an entertaining ball game. The final score, Minnesota 3, Kansas City 2. Boswell the win, he went all the way. Allowed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4, struck out 13, and allowed 2 runs. The loss goes to Headland. The final line in this ball game, Twins 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Kansas City 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And that's the ball game. Thanks for the game, Ken. And thank you, everybody else. I'm gonna go do my tasks. In case you're wondering, our next game, due tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, and we hear demos is maybe a 2 p.m. start, which would give us ample time to finish that game, because I like to catch those. Nice game, Joel. Thank you for your recommendation. And thank you, Demos, and thank you, Kathy Harden, for your Baby You're a Rich Man and just being here. Our next game, it was a good game, no doubt about it. Close ball game. St. Louis at the Mets. St. Louis at the Mets. it's going to be Gibson for the Cardinals and McAndrew for the Mets. And remember, the Cardinals are 4 games behind the Pittsburgh Pirates, and coming back would be almost a miracle. Cards have lost 3 in a row. Mets are a half game ahead of the Cubs in 3rd place. My name's Jeffrey Guterman. This has been a production of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Stay well, everybody. And I'll catch you all next time. And I'll catch you demos tomorrow at 2 p.m. Thank you to Bill. I think he's still getting his pedicure. I hope there were not complications. Jimmy Jam. And everybody else who was here. Stay strong, stay well. I'll catch you all next time.